Okay, my brothers and sisters from Africa. We have an interview with LUCKYKAT, all the way from Phoenix, not Phoenix in Durban, Phoenix in America. I won't play the national anthem, I'll have to look for that. Phoenix, US of A, USA. The man LUCKYKAT had an interview with me on Google Meets. And this is what we were talking about. Take a listen. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on a live Google Meets interview with LUCKYKAT, all the way from Phoenix, America, USA. Special shout out to all the peeps out there in the States who are listening in. Their sunny morning, this Friday morning, I believe it's there. LUCKYKAT, a special welcome to the Global Underground Dance Show. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well, thanks, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Really, really nice to have you on the show. Your song of the week, which we're going to get to in a bit. I'm going to ask you a question about that. But wow, man, it was off the hook. Absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Right. All right, we're going to ask you some questions. And this is where we get really serious with you. And then obviously we're going to play fun and games. We play games with all our celebs that come onto the show for the interview, and you're no exception. So we're going to play some funny games where we ask you dislikes and your likes. So we'll get to that in a bit. Right, so question number one. What are your influences, and where does your influences in production come from?
So I'd say definitely, I'm from England originally, so definitely starting with the likes of the Chemical Brothers, Underworld, just the way that they, like, especially the Chemical Brothers, the way they crossed over between indie rock and roll, which was huge when I was a teenager, and like Oasis and Blur and the whole Britpop thing. And then the Chemical Brothers.
The late 90s,
about 95 was when it was really kicking off. And then Oasis, definitely maybe, like, that album was hugely influential. But then the Chemical Brothers collaborated with them on a track called Setting Sun. And I remember seeing that at Nebworth when they did the big show there with 125,000 people, biggest show in the history of music in England. So, and then the Chemical Brothers were playing there as part of that. So that's where it was like this beautiful crossover of, let's say, analog and digital. So I'd say probably my roots, like the first music I was listening to was like a neighbour's rave tape, rave cassette, way back. And so, like hardcore rave was really like the first music I was listening to. It's kind of funny. Before getting into the sorts through my dad. And the
rave was quite big as well, yeah.
Exactly.
Right, next question. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I thought you were going to ask me about more of my influences there. Yeah, I got off light.
I think you gave me the rundown there. Okay. When did you start producing, and what was your first track release?
Started producing in the lockdown. So COVID hit and the whole world went inside, which was very unnatural for me, certainly. So it hit me hard. And I got COVID really bad, nearly died and all that, because I got asthma as you had. So it hit me worse than most. And I was recovering for the best part of a year in house. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? So I was obviously reading a lot, listening to a ton of music. And then the missus is like, hey, you should learn how to DJ or something like that. So I started doing some, my own research. And I thought I'd get some decks, and I did. Got some Pioneer decks, started playing around with those, and then found, I can't remember how I found it, but I found Ableton, which is the DAW I produce on, which is stands for Digital Audio Workstation. So that was what I found. And I had been doing a little bit of post-production when I was kind of dipping my toe in the film industry in England. So I'd been learning some of that software and getting into it. So I thought, I think I'll be all right learning this. It was quite overwhelming, obviously, but I thought I can get into this. And pretty quick, I'd say within 3 months, I'd released Naughty Boys, which was my debut single, back in January 2021. I think it was the first single. And I released the club mix because I thought, why not? Because it's going to look good if you've got the original mix of the club mix. You're going to look like...
You've got to have the club mix.
business.
I mean, I only play club mixes. For sure.
Exactly. And someone bought it. Someone bought it immediately. The first, I was like, oh my God, this is it. I'm meant to be doing this. And then it was like another year before I sold another song.
But I mean, you've been getting out there, so that's the main thing. Right, moving on. So we've just heard your song of the week, which is XG. I don't know how to say it properly.
Exterminator.
Exterminator.
Yeah.
And
just cut out all the vowels. So it's actually inspired by Primal Scream, a British band.
Tell us more about it.
A few years back. Say again?
Tell us more about that song. What inspired you to make that song?
Well, it's probably the closest to techno that I've produced. And I do love techno. I just thought I don't think I'm going to be able to produce it that well. So it's really just an experiment. But it was really just this simple idea. Like I'm very influenced by a lot of movies, especially like Gaspar Noé, who's a French director, and like Irreversible. And there was just the thing in that where I was like, this song I imagined it being in one of his movies, and which is where the one of the two videos came from, where it's going through that sort of underground tunnel, kind of like subway tunnel. But just this whole, it was like kind of like techno, but thinking it's going to work for a French art house movie soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah, the banger.
Are you ready for the fun and games?
Go on. Fun times.
All right, we're going to start with the likes. You ready?
Go on. On the buzzer. Hands on the buzzer.
Burgers or salad?
All time or recent?
What do you like, burgers or salad?
Yeah, I've got to say, I live in the States. It's got to be burgers, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But I'd say it's got to be like a Friday or Saturday. I've got
I could eat it every day.
Every day. I could do Japanese food every day. I lived over there for a bit, and I could do Japanese food every day. Burger every day. Not sure. But can I have burger and salad?
No, you can't. You can only choose one.
It's kind of one or the other. One or the other, or I hang up on you.
Fantastic.
All right, burger.
What? All right, burger it is. Next question.
Go on.
Wine or beer?
Beer. Yeah.
I think you're getting a hang on.
Definitely gone through phases where it's been wine.
Yes, yeah. But at the moment, it's beer.
At the moment, it's back on the beer, yeah.
Fantastic. And I mean, you can see where we're getting at. This is where the listeners get to know more about LUCKYKAT, or what he likes and what he dislikes.
So that when I come and play a show in South Africa and we go out for dinner, they know exactly what to buy me.
Exactly.
Or where to take me.
Nice Miller. Or they'll probably buy you a
burger and a beer.
Next one. Wildlife or a movie?
I was interpreting that question in an alternative way. So like outdoors or indoors?
No, wildlife or a movie. Not a movie about wildlife. They don't make those.
Movie. I'm a film guy. So it's got to be movies.
Yeah, the movies.
Movie marathon.
Ice cream. Ice cream or fruits?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. We all scream for ice
Chocolate.
cream. Snow or rain?
Rain.
Okay. You're doing very well.
Snow looks better, but at least with rain you can get out. And
you get a lot of snow there by Denver or Phoenix?
No rain or snow in Phoenix. A lot of snow in Denver, where I'm moving.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, haven't seen that for a few years.
Right, we're going to start with the dislikes. The stuff you dislike. Are you ready?
You might have to cut some of this. Yeah, I'm ready.
Fire or lightning?
Dislikes. I was thinking I love lightning. Fire then. Fire just because of the heat. Living in Phoenix for 3 years, it's like anything hot I hate now.
It's like I was saying to my lady, you know, when I die one day, don't cremate me. I'll come back and haunt you. I hate fire.
Yeah.
Soft drinks or water?
Water. Although it used to be soft drinks. Oh, no, wait, dislike. So,
Dislike.
it's the soft drinks.
Soft drinks.
Yeah.
Swimming or running?
Running. Love swimming. Absolutely hate running. Like, again, it's like, I used to do a lot of sports, obviously liked it, but now just running is like, it's the most pointless thing ever.
Not for me either. I don't believe in shaking your insides while you're walking.
And marathon runners. Can you imagine how boring that must be just to run a marathon?
You know, there are a lot of guys that do it. All right. Smoking or alcohol? Dislikes.
Well, this you won't like this one, but smoking.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like that one. Next one. Are you ready?
Yes, Bob.
Man, this is the final question. Ballet or classic?
Which one I dislike?
Or classical? Ballet or classical?
Ballet, for sure. I've only done one ballet show.
So would you rather watch a lady or a guy, whatever, running around in a tutu, or hear some woman whining her tonsils out?
Well, that's opera. It's opera.
No, well, that's
so opera's a little bit. I think that's a bit of a stretch as well. But like a classical concert, fine, because that's like film. You can. I've been to those where they do film music. It's amazing. So definitely, I'll definitely take classical music over ballet.
Okay, perfect. Right, you're about to play a nice mix for us. Basically, every song on that mix that you've done has been mixed by yourself. It's been produced by yourself. Tell us a little more about what you've got in store for us and what you're going to play for us tonight.
It's going to be...
And what journey are you taking us through?
There's going to be... So it's a bit of a surprise, this one, because with all the other mixes that I've done, it's released tracks, and with this one, there are... I think I said 10, wasn't it? I'm counting now so I can see the mix. But it's 10 unreleased tracks. And I thought, I've seen a lot of mixes where the producers or the DJs will throw in, you know, maybe like an unreleased track, and then it'll be like 10 tracks later, there'll be another one. And maybe the whole mix will be 2. And I thought, I'll do something just different. And I'll do the first 10 unreleased tracks and mix them. And it just so happened that they work perfectly well together, and it's made me think that I could do an entire show just with the first 10, and even do an album with the first 10. So that's kind of cool, a cool realization. So
I'm really excited to hear it, man. And so basically, the South Africans and maybe the people around the world are going to be hearing this for the first time ever tonight.
Yep, it's highly exclusive to South Africa. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is David Lowe, aka LUCKYKAT, and he's up next with unreleased tracks, never been played anywhere else before. And how do people find out about you, man? Who do they follow? How do they get to know? How do they follow LUCKYKAT? Where do they go? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube?
TikTok's the one I use the most at the moment. But I'm across the board, as I think on all of them it's at LUCKYKAT Meowsic. So LUCKYKAT, they can probably see on there. And then it's MEOWSIC, Meowsic. So LUCKYKAT Meowsic across social media. And then my main website is officialluckykat.com.
Fantastic. Official LUCKYKAT.com, guys. Go check it out. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Hope you guys enjoy this. This is high contrast genre. Never been heard in South Africa. It is a new best thing since cheese, in my opinion.